What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the #1 comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another review. Today, I will be reviewing Put a Ring on It. This is season 4, episode 9, Tuxes, Venues, and Decisions. And before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, I do detailed reviews of reality shows. I may not hit every single scene, but try to hit the most important scenes, I think, as well as pick any little details that you may have not seen. And as I said in my intro, slow down, I am YouTube's #1 commenter. So on this channel, our channel, it's all about the comments. It's what I need, it's what I ask for, and it keeps me going. So, feel free to drop down in the comments, tell me what you think, your thoughts, your feelings, even if we don't agree. We have fun, we stay respectful, because the people in the comments are our YouTube cousins, and everybody opinions matters, even if it might be a dumb one. No, I'm just playing. But let's go ahead and get started with just Put a Ring on It so I can go to bed. We picked up, the to be continued. That's the theme of the shows now. We always got to do a cliffhanger or whatever. And it picked up where Joya was being very emotional in the group meeting because he was not speaking to Joya's love language. And most people on the screen and off the screen are touched by Joya's vulnerability. He got to close his eyes and, and all that kind of stuff. I get it. I'm an emotional man, but I didn't feel the same way as how people saw it. I saw Joya as being kind of defensive, and by his words, he just demonstrated to me that he has really not been speaking to Joya's love language. As Joya said from the last show, and she stood in it, and I love that, but stay supportive. Like, in real life, you think you gifted me something by taking me to Dubai, but you going to Dubai. It ain't for me, and I totally got that. That's for people who speaks gifts. That's their love language, whether you agree with it or not. Again, the life lesson: if you're not loving your mate by their love language, you're absolutely in the wrong space in your relationship. That's 100%. I get it. I know people want to say, oh, this is what I like. I love to be touched, or I love to spend time. If the person don't love it, you wasting your time. You spinning your wheels. But anyway, so when, where am I? I lost my place. So, Dr. Stacy got to be Dr. Stacy. Again, I disagree with her methods, but, that's what she got from Spelman. She walked up to me, I rock with y'all. I rock with y'all. Joy and Joya, I rock with y'all. I don't expect my doctor to do that. But Dr. Stacy want to know, like, Joya, you did all that boo-hooing. What are you going to do to make this lady happy? And he was like, I can bring her flowers maybe 2 to 3 to 4, 6 times a year, whatever. And I'm like, Joya, you're really showing your hand. Like, you're doing this lady a favor by bringing her flowers 2 to 3, 4 times. The lady just said it's her love language is gifts. She likes the little things. So, but I did understand when Joya said, like, I don't want to overdo it, or he felt like he's overdoing. You keep bringing it, and he feels like she is not appreciated. Because I get that, because some people can't get used to that. You're constantly giving them flowers. They might just throw them on the counter like, oh, okay, wonderful flowers. Everybody's different. You got to read the room. So maybe you got to get her something different than flowers. I don't know. But I understood what he was saying. But, let's keep going. So the couples pretty much have an assignment. The men are supposed to shop for the tuxedos. The women are supposed to go to the wedding venues. And Catherine is accepting her 4th date with her fiance, Marcus. And also Jasmine, she's actually accepting another date with Josie Wells. But everybody else has declined of going into another date. So they have to meet with like a family member of Dr. Stacy. And Ricky meets with his father at a coffee shop. And I was thinking, like, isn't Dad at the house or whatever? Like, the one y'all share, you and Kat. But it sounds like his father has divorced his mother, and I guess he lives with his mother and her husband. And he was just giving them basic advice, just saying, like, hey, don't get too wrapped up if y'all having arguments, and The communication is not there, like take the high road or whatever. And it was just basic things and just saying, trust your gut. And you've been through this before, so if it feels right, move forward. Because it really sounds like Ricky is not really ready to get married with Kat, which I'm not surprised, but hey, it wasn't really much there. And truth be told, Ricky looked almost old as his father or something. Not that his father looked super young, but I don't know, Ricky looked a little ran down. Ran down Ricky, okay. But where was it? Well, I keep losing my space. So Joya, she gets a visit from Dr. Redbottoms, aka Dr. Stacy, because Dr. Stacy gotta kind of bring the show, like Dr. Stacy want the attention on her, and I kind of I want a doctor who's demure or dresses professional. Dr. Stacy think it's a fashion show. She must think she ain't gonna get approved for another season because she bringing out all her best gear. That's how I think people should do when they get on reality TV. Max out the credit card, get the wardrobe going. You got to show off, show out, because you ain't gonna never be on TV no more. That's how I see it, but that's just my opinion. At this point, Joya has an issue with Jasha's timeline. And, I thought she had a valid reason of wanting to have a baby ASAP, because Joya's 37 and she's telling Dr. Stacy hey, I don't want to put myself at risk. I'm 37, because the statistic is, I think when it's 36, you're doing a geriatric pregnancy, a high risk pregnancy. You're in a mode where pregnancy can be dangerous. It's already dangerous, but it's it increases for you and the baby. So that makes perfect sense. But after seeing the scene, I think Dr. Stacy has accepted a large cash app from Jasha. Because the way she's speaking, she's oh no, you're about to make one of the biggest mistakes of your life. You're about to throw away this beautiful man, and you need to go in the flow. That's Jasha's word. You need to go in the flow. Dr. Stacy has convinced this woman that she needs to go along with Jasha's non-plan of being committed in marriage and having a baby and see what happens. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like I said, it feels like Dr. Stacy has been bought off. Maybe, she going to use that large cash app to pay off the credit cards when she bought all her red bottoms and all that kind of stuff. I don't like it. And then Joya bought into the plan. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't want to lose him. Right. So Jasha's non-plan can lead you not be married, not have a baby, and just go to trips to Switzerland. Okay. If you're going to let Dr. Stacy play the Jedi mind trick on you, so be it. But I didn't like it. So we see Jasmine. She has a second date with Josie Wells, and it's a totally different vibe this time. Josie Wells is a whole motivational speaker, and he's advising Jazz to don't trade her time for money or whatever. I guess because she's working too hard, or she not investing enough time in a relationship. And crazy enough, Jasmine asked Josie Wells, could he take Zay on as a client? I'm what is this show turning into? It felt like a commercial for Josie Wells therapy group or whatever. It didn't feel genuine, So now we're going to get Zay's communication fixed in 2 weeks or whatever. And Jasmine's comments in her confessional was kind of contradictory. It's oh, well, you don't marry potential, you marry what's going on. Zay's communication is very limited. I don't see it improving in 2 years. So okay, you gotta go ahead. You gotta let her have it. So the guys are doing the Tuxes assignment, and the ladies are doing the venues assignment, and the Jasmine gets into her story about But speaking of the venue, I gotta say that venue was absolutely horrendous. That venue looked like somebody's backyard, the weeds wasn't cut, and the stones were almost covered with the weeds and grass, and the only thing looked good was the flowers. Like, what kind of low budget bootleg venue was this? But anyway, Jasmine's telling the ladies about like her loss and her pain due to the promise ring, because she felt slighted with Zay giving her that chipped up promise ring when like her father thought it was an engagement ring, and now she actually wishes Zay would have actually really proposed. Because remember when Jasmine said like Zay is like dangling the marriage over her head like a carrot, but she's good. She's like good where they are or whatever. So I just feel like she knows that he's not really ready to be her husband or whatever. So that's why she ain't really tripping about putting a ring on it. But you can tell Jasmine is still hurting about the loss of her father and her grandmother back to back. And granted, as I always say, Jasmine is probably about in her mid 40s. I see the neck. But on a serious tip, for those who haven't made it to that age, let's say systematically, I'm never wishing this on anybody, but those early 40s, late 30s can be a very hard time in people's lives, especially if you're in a relationship or marriage, because that is a time when a lot of people's parents are passing away. And I always just want to kind of warn people, if they don't know, that can happen. I'm not saying I hope everybody's parents live to be 102 years old if that's what they want. However, a lot of people lose their parents, or their parents get sick around them 40 years kind of old kind of thing. So it's a real thing, and nothing can really prepare you, but people don't talk about it enough. It's almost like you have a new shift in life, and while you may have your own family, you got to take care of the business or your parents, whether they get older, sick, or whatever the case may be. So your life can change in an instant. So I just wanted to put that out there as like a public service announcement for those who haven't been there or gone through it. It's a thing. So now you see, the guys in the Tux store, really wasn't nothing to talk about. But we see Jasha. He's taking Joya out to an Airbnb, with romantic dinner with the rose petal. He actually give her the first set of flowers for the year or whatever, so he can mark it off, because they said he'll do it about 4 times a year. And I don't know. It's just me. I just be thinking stuff like this. Not that it gotta be. I'm thinking they two real estate moguls and they live in that high rise with the overlaid blue paint on their walls or whatever. I'm expecting them to live in something like an Airbnb. That's just me. It don't have to make it fact. I'm just thinking out loud. So that's what y'all come here for. But it's just like Jasha wants Joya to follow him on his journey, his flow journey of pretty much telling her that we just follow the journey. We don't have to worry about the destination. No woman in her mid 30s, early 40s want to hear about you don't have no destination. There's a saying, and it still applies to any and everybody today. The best made plans can fail. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's something like that. But that's what it is. Yeah, the best made plans can fail. So when you don't have a plan, you're already losing. You have to have some type of plan, especially if you're leading someone else. That is the absolute ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Yes, I grant you don't want to force anything. Granted, you don't want to rush into anything. But you need a plan, people. That's what, especially when a man tells me he's leading. I'm going to lead you. I don't know where I'm leading you. I don't know where we going. I don't know where we end up. But come with me. Yikes. So, okay. Well, I always keep losing. I be going on my little rants. I be losing myself. But I just want Joya to really get out of there. I want her to run. This man is tricking you. This man is dragging you. This man is enjoying all of the Joya that he can get from you. And I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Now he says, hey, now, oh yeah, we probably gonna make you ain't gotta wait till 40. We gonna definitely beat 40. You gonna have a baby before then. Okay. If you good with that, Joya, I gotta be good with that. That's what I gotta say. I gotta go with it. So, with I guess when even Catherine talking to the ladies about Ricky, the whole group feels like, hey, like Cat, you got Smokey the silver tongue devil on your back. We know you're not ready to marry Ricky. You don't respect him. You resent him. All of that. They didn't say all that, but that's what they really meant. There's no way Ricky and Kat are in a space to get married. Either one of them. So, it's just like they know they're not going in that direction. Everybody else feel like they getting married. So, where we at? Where we at now? So Kat goes on her 4th date again with her new fiance Marcus, and Mr. Love Bomber. He really exposed what Ricky was doing. He's like, shit. He was like, Ricky can't even take care of himself. Ricky ain't got no job. They sharing a Kia Sedona. It ain't really happening over there. And Kat revealed something very interesting, but not in a good way. She revealed that she's experiencing zero type of intimacy from Ricky, and that can mean a whole lot of things. We're not heirs from Married at First Sight from here. We do realize intimacy doesn't mean sex. It's like she's the true living nanny. He doesn't appreciate Kat. He doesn't date her. He doesn't bring her no flowers. He don't bring her the kind of pizza she want. He don't do nothing. She can't watch the TV she want. She just got to work and earn her keep. And that is absolutely terrible. So it's easy for like a guy like Mr. Steal Your Girl Marcus to take Kat. And at this point, I want Kat to leave Ricky. Whether she go with Marcus or something, anything is better than staying with Ricky and playing the Cinderella role. It just don't sound right. But Marcus is landing on thick. He like again, I got $100,000 saved up for you. I just bought you a house so when you can think when you're ready to be with me, then you come to our house, and then we go buy another house and a vacation house as soon as you get there. And I already got your salon set up. I actually bought you 2 salons, and you can decide whoever you want to work. I got your staff there for the salon and a $2 million budget for you to spend. All this wonderful stuff. The whole plan is set out. He can provide it effortlessly or whatever. Marcus is the man. He got everything going. So let's go to the group session. And I really thought it was proposal time, but Jasha said it was the final group session for everybody else. So then I guess next week they're going to start to decide whether they're going to put a ring on it or not. And Dr. Stacy is finally dressing like a doctor. She looks like she's going to a Christmas party, but it looks professional. So I'm going to take it. She's not trying to be the star of the show. But Dr. Stacy wanted to know that, did the guys feel any fear like when they were going to the tuxedo shop? And pretty much everybody says no, but Ricky said he wasn't in fear, he had like doubts. And I get that because him and Kat relationship is non-existent, sitting on quicksand. I get it. And the ladies discuss the beautiful venue. It was not. Joya says that she actually feels very comfortable in a space of wanting to be with Jasha because she's been brainwashed. But she didn't say that, but that's what I said. And you can see Jazz, she's still hurting. Jasmine is definitely hurting over the loss of her father. I don't know if she's ready. She's really hurting. I don't know how new it is, but it's bothered her. And she's dealing with regrets because I'm sure she wanted to at least have her father see her be engaged, if not be married. So she's like really disappointed and regretting. But Kat is pretty much saying like her and Ricky's communication must be improved. And she immediately like kind of downplayed the date with Marcus. Her and Marcus did everything but sign a marriage certificate, but she had a type of reaction. She got really emotional. And I get that because guess what? She's telling and living a lie. She is in love with Mr. Steal Your Girl Marcus. She wants to run away with him tonight, leave all her clothes at Ricky's mama house. But we want it to be continued. So They kind of led to like, I know who I want to be with. I want to be with Marcus. He's outside waiting for me. We going to go to the airport and go to the Bahamas. So pretty much that was it. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. The episode was all right. Sometimes it feels like they're playing in our faces. And tell me what you think. And as I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it and I really mean it.